Hello, students. I hope you're having a good time going over the drills and that's all making sense. I wanted to shoot this video in between weeks just to go over some of the things in lesson one that are in the book, but I want to make sure that it all makes sense. So I'm hoping that this video can help you with that. So in this video, I want to go over the names of the strings. They each have an alphabetical name and they each have a numeric name. So I want to go over those and just talk a little bit about tuning so you can start working towards that. At the end of the video, I'm going to play through each string a few times so you can hopefully get an idea of what pitch. You can try and match my strings or get close to it so it'll be easier to fine tune it with your tuner. So let's talk about the numbers first for the strings. So the first string is actually the one closest to the ground when you're holding the guitar. It's this one. That's first string. Second string above it, third string above that, fourth string above that, fifth string above that, and sixth string above that. So 6 is actually the guitar string that's closest to your face. All right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now let's talk about the alphabetical names for it. So we have E, A, D, G, B, and E. So you'll notice both strings 1 and 6 are E, but one's much higher sounding than the other. So there's a lot of acronyms you can use. There's one I believe is in the book, or at least that I use with my class, and it goes like this. You use the first letter of each word to know what string it is. So if you can remember this saying, Eddie ate dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So E for Eddie, A for 8, dynamite is D, G, goodbye for the third string, or good, sorry, then bye for the second string, and then Eddie will be first. So E, A, D, G, B, E. All right, so that'll come in handy with your tuner. So when you're tuning, I guess one more thing I want to talk about that is the musical alphabet. So we have in the musical alphabet A to G, and then it starts over again and over again. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, and so on and so forth. So it's very possible that A would actually be a higher note than G, unless it's way lower, right? So because A comes after G when it repeats. So the reason why that comes in handy is when you are tuning your guitar, you're going to need to know whether it's too low or too high. And when I play through the strings of my guitar, you can use your ears to help with that. But in the future, when say if your sixth string says D, you're going to need to be able to think, well, does D come before or after E? Well, it's right before E, so it's too low. It needs to go higher. If you're trying to tune this sixth string and it says F, it's too high. You need to loosen it up until your tuner says E. All right? So with the way that most tuners work, in fact, all of them that I've seen that are mechanical, or maybe you'd say electrical anyway, like an app or something that attaches to the neck, or maybe the little cork tuners that you put on your leg in front, they have this kind of dial in the middle. Once it gets right in the middle, that's when you're in tune. If it's too much to your left, it's too low. You need to keep tuning it higher until it gets to the middle. If it's too much to the right, you need to tune it lower so that it matches right in the middle. So I want to give a disclaimer before you tune. Be careful. Make sure that you're using the string that matches up with the one that you're playing. Also, if you're tuning it or turning it and things aren't happening, you may be either plucking the wrong string with this hand or tuning the wrong tuner. And that can pop a string. You don't want that to happen, and it can hurt, especially if it's a still string, if you pop it. Another tip I want to give you is when you do tune is to play the string and then tune it as it is as the sound is coming out. Don't play it, stop it and tune it, and check your tuner and then play it again. Play it that way the tuner can start picking it up and you'll hear and make sure you're tuning the correct string. So I am going to now play through all the 6 strings a few times just so you can tune along with it. If you like, send me an email. I can do this part a lot longer. So here's the 6th string E and what it should sound like. All right, if you need to, pause it and rewind it. Now here's the fifth string, A. Now fourth string, D. Third string, G. Second string, B. And first string, E.